This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Welcome back to Farm Factor and the Kansas Soybean Update.
This is the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Ignacio Ciampitti, cropping system specialist in the Department of Agronomy at Kansas State University, is joining us. And Ignacio, this time of year, producers are thinking about planting their soybeans, and there's a lot to remember as you prepare for this coming planting season.
There are many factors that most of the times we need to remember. One large factor and on everyone's mind is the weather. The conditions are affecting soybean planting, and at this point we are facing some wet conditions, and I think that we'll be seeing some wet conditions in the next coming 2 weeks. So what are the challenges behind that type of a weather condition? Couple of tips. Remember about taking a look to your best soil conditions. Water standing in the field are not the best conditions to plant soybeans. Soybeans are quite susceptible to early planting compaction, and also, they are quite susceptible to lack of oxygen in the soil when the roots are coming out. Know your soil type. Are we in high residue? Is coarse? Is dry? It's one of the main factors when you're looking at planting soybeans. Most of the times we talk about 2 inches or close to 2 inches in sandy soils. So when you look at all the different type of fine texture soils, you might probably want to go on 1.5 inches as a kind of a best seam depth. It's also that seam depth is connected to soil moisture. Almost all the time we would like to place the seed in a really good environment, and that good environment means good soil temperature and good soil moisture. If we're looking at high yields, we're looking at trying to see how we can plant that soybean early. In terms of soil temperatures, we are okay. We are not seeing still soil temperatures warming up as fast as we probably would like to. Main thing to remember, when you're looking at planting dates and planting early, is just avoiding the risk of a late frost or freeze. Another factor is also thinking about weed control. What is the best environment that we're placing the seed, and making sure that we have a good weed control before we are planting. On looking at row spacing might be another factor. Looking at this growing season, different factors on how you can help controlling weeds. I think that row spacing is another factor farmers should look at when you're moving from wide rows to narrow rows. Sometimes we are seeing in the last 3 or 4 years good increase in yields between 3 to 5 bushels. But even in situations that we are not seeing yield improvement, the narrow rows help farmers, and it helps to control much better. Stick to the idea of trying to get your soybeans in the best growing environment. When we're looking at soybean planting window, we have a very nice window planting soybeans that goes sometimes from mid-April until mid-June, or even longer than that.
That's Ignacio Ciampitti, cropping system specialist with the Department of Agronomy at Kansas State University. He joins us on the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Learn more at kansassoybeans.org. For Kansas Soybeans, I'm Greg Akagi.
Hope you enjoyed this week's Kansas Soybean Update. Stay with us after the break for more Farm Factor with Dwayne and Dr. Bob Young.
This Medford, New Jersey school bus runs on biodiesel, and so do these. In fact, all of these buses run on clean-burning biodiesel, which is great because the more we use biodiesel in our heavy-duty vehicles, the less carbon pollution in our air. Think how great it would be if more of our school buses ran on biodiesel. More biodiesel, less carbon pollution. More is less. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.